Hey Snapchat, got Don's here with his protective hairstyling, looking like a crazy baby. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah.
Melanated.
I'm gonna give you my top 10 people pet peeves. This video was actually inspired by Devonte the Dreamer, and I will have his channel linked up above. So go on ahead and check out his video where he talked about, I think in general, his top 10 pet peeves. I'm gonna talk specifically about traits or attributes in people that get on my nerves. Number 1. Where you come from, who you peoples is. Lazy people. We all have that coworker who just does like the bare minimum. And you're just like, why are you here? Even though you may hate this job or feel like this job is unworthy of all of your talent or unworthy of you as a human being, the least you could do is do your job while you are here. It's your integrity on the line. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know how I feel about this. I was raised with a certain amount of integrity and a certain amount of pride for myself and my peoples. And when I'm out in the world, I have to represent to the best of my ability. Now, I know I'm being sexist. I understand I'm being sexist. But it's the worst when it's a man. Who taught you?
Who are your peoples? What clan do you hail from?
Who's your grandmama?
Who's your mama?
Who's your dad?
Like, does nobody care? Did nobody teach you how to be a person out in the world? It's like when you're in school and you have a project and you have 5 people in a group and 3 people are working really hard, but then there's 2 assholes who refuse to cooperate. It's very frustrating. And why would you want people to not be able to depend on you? If you don't think you're worth much, no one else will. Number 2, the person who laughs at everything. You could walk by a conversation and they're laughing the loudest. You could be in the conversation, everything that someone else says is the most funny thing they have ever heard in their entire life. You so stupid. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. It's like, girl, we know the conversation that you're having is the best conversation you've ever had in your entire life. We know your conversation is juicy. We get it. Your life is cool. What's happening right now in front of you is awesome and it's amazing, but just tamp it down just a bit. Dang. Number 3, listen, because you sit in the first pew, had a couple kids with a no account, maybe almost bought a house once, you think you know what you can tell me to do? Please, have all the seats. The people who tell me what I should be doing. Okay, now this can mean a myriad of different things for you, but for me specifically, it has to do with my career and what I want to do in life. There are people out there who have done nothing that I find worthwhile in their life, yet they are constantly telling me what I should be doing. No, don't tell me the DMV is hiring. Don't tell me the school district is looking for teachers. Don't give me any information that doesn't have to do with being an entertainer. Don't tell me instead of sleeping, I should be washing dishes. Don't tell me instead of watching TV, I should be outside getting some exercise. Let me do me. And that also goes to family members who want to tell me about Facebook.
Girl!
Judging other people who are on Facebook, talking about the pictures they posted. And it's like, you on Facebook too. Just because you don't post anything and you just over there lurking like a creeper, watching to see who's putting what up on Facebook. Somebody got their identity stolen on Facebook. Don't trust these online blah, blah, blah. Are you from the future? Just because you got an email chain from a Nigerian prince asking you for money and you fell for it, doesn't mean I'm a fool and I'm about to get caught up in that nonsense as well. I know Facebook. I grew up with it. You grew up with channel 2 through 13 and that's it. You keep your social media the way you want it and I'm gonna keep my social media the way I want to keep it. Thank you. 4, you know you smell, you know you stinky. Figure it out. If you are over the age of 18 and you know you have body odor, we need to talk. There's one thing if just today you forgot to put on deodorant, but my dude, go to the store and buy you some deodorant. Sis, go to the store and get you another shirt. There is no reason why you should be smelling like wet t-shirt, wet dog, EO, funk. Wherever you are, there is a bathroom. You have access to water. You have access to certain amenities that afford you in these United States of America. So if you can please do us all a favor, girl, if you are allergic to aluminum and you cannot wear regular deodorant, there are options for you, sis. There are options. I shouldn't have my senses assaulted because you're trying to go on some natural movement. 5. Hey girl, nothing, what you doing? I'm sorry, you're doing something. People who talk on the phone when we are together. Oh my God. It's like you're with a friend, right? And you guys are driving to a destination and all of a sudden that friend gets a phone call and then they get on the phone and act like they're not sitting with you. Act like they're not in an enclosed space with someone in which they were just having a conversation with.
Girl, what you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just driving.
And I'm sitting here like, nothing? You're just driving? No, ma'am. You're just driving with someone else in the car. And by you being on the phone, you're being rude. I'm doing you a favor. I'm taking you home from work and you have the audacity to get on the phone? Girl, no. If you are with somebody and you decide that you're gonna answer a phone call, at least acknowledge that you're being rude. And let the person know when you pick up the phone.
Hey sis, yeah. Oh my God, okay, I can't talk right now because I'm with a friend and I'm being rude, but I will call you back. Or just text me.
Link up above for how I feel about getting phone calls. 6. Huh? People who respond to every question you ask them with a huh, even though they heard you. You heard me? Where did you go last night?
Huh?
You heard me. I know that you're just trying to think of an answer or trying to scheme and trying to figure some shit out because you don't want to answer the question directly. Or maybe it's something you learned as a child to think before you speak, and so the first thing you say when I ask you a question is huh? But I hate it because my response will always be 1, you heard me, or 2, to not respond at all. Because I'm not going to respond to your huh because you heard me. You heard me? 7. People who act like their struggle is realer than mine. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Everybody has their own shit that they need to go through. Everybody has their own problems. Everybody has their own hangups. Everybody has their own issues. Yes, there are some issues that are greater than others. We don't need to be one-upping each other on what made our lives harder than the other person. Because regardless of what actually made their lives harder, people still have barriers that they have to overcome. So let's respect everyone's issues. And those of us whose issues aren't as great as other people's, yes, we are aware of it. But our issues still stop us from moving forward as well. So your struggle is not realer than mine, and I am not gonna apologize for the way I feel about things. 8. People who drive in my blind spot. Sir, ma'am, what are you doing? Why are you in my blind spot? Don't drive in my blind spot because I cannot see you. Maybe I feel like looking over my shoulder before I change lanes. Get out of my blind spot. You will get your ass run over and you'll get me put in jail. And I'm not interested in any of those things. Stay out my blind spot. 9. That's not fair. Oh my God, that's not fair. Ugh. The people who complain that things aren't fair infuriate me. I'm sorry, we learned in kindergarten that life's not fair. If someone didn't tell you that life wasn't fair, they did you a disservice because life is not fair. People be complaining all the time about shit not being fair. The only entities that need to make sure they keep things fair is the government and the DMV. Everybody else, any other institution, shit's not fair. You just have to figure out a way to get around it. Please with that's not fair. It kills me that that's not fair. Yeah, we know. 10. Stop being a chismosa. Stop stirring the pot. The run tell that be. Get ready, guys. This is the final one. Okay, if you come up to me and tell me that somebody is talking shit about me and then I ask you whether or not you said something to that person about it and you look at me blankly like, no, I just heard them say it. Don't come back and tell me shit because you are stirring the pot and you are causing trouble. What do I really need to know if that person is talking shit about me for? Why? Is it something that's going to directly affect my pocket? If it's something that's going to directly affect how I maneuver through a certain situation, then let me know. But otherwise, if it was like,
Girl, I heard Sheila talk about your hair. She called you a bald-headed bitch.
listen, I don't care about Sheila, okay? I don't trust the person that runs back and tells anybody anything. If you didn't stand up for me in that moment when the shit was being said, don't come back to me and say shit about it. I don't care because all it does is make me insecure, give me anxiety, and cause me to think about other people that I don't need to even be thinking about. Okay, you guys, so that is it for my top 10 people pet peeves. If you have any pet peeves that you would like to share, please go ahead and leave them down below. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.